doing something mean to it. Do it better than anybody you ever seen. Do it. Screams from the haters. Got a nice ring to it. I guess any superhero need his theme music. No one man should have all that power. The clock's ticking, I just count the hours. Stop tripping, I'm tripping off the power. Broken, the school's closed, the prison's open. We ain't got nothing to lose. Everybody we rollin'. Everybody we roll. With some light skinned girls and some jelly rollers. In this white man world, we the ones chosen. So good night, cool world. I see you in the morning. I see you in the morning. This is way too much. I need a moment. No one man should have all that power. The clock's ticking. I just count the hours. Stop tripping. I'm tripping off the power. Got the world's hours.
It should be like right here.
Snatching that though, I feel good. See it?
I found it.
It's like
I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions have an echo in so much space. And when you're out there without care, yeah, without a touch. But it wasn't because I didn't know enough. I just knew too much. Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? And I know that you were having the time of your life. But think twice. That's my only advice. Come on now, who do you think you are? Bless your soul. You really think you're in control? Well, I think you're crazy.
hey man, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm about to just take this bird scooter over to my class that I have in like 15 minutes.
What's up? So, do you mind if you show me like how the process works?
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, like, you just go up on your bird app right here. It's got a little scanner. You scan the code that's on the scooter itself, and then it's going to pop up, and you just hit unlock.
Right.
And now you're ready to go. And then when you're done, you just go right back into it, lock it, press the lock button, take a picture when you're done, and then it's set. Charges your account to whatever credit card you have linked up to the app. And simple as that, really.
Mind showing us like how you ride one of these babies?
Yeah, of course.
And he's off.
Do you think that they're dangerous?
I feel like they can be dangerous depending on how people use them, and I feel like using them in the street can definitely be dangerous with cars and stuff like that, and definitely could harm other students if you're not paying attention.
I would say they're pretty safe. I mean, they're not huge, you know, so, and they're easy to maneuver, so you're not, I feel like you don't really run into the risk of running into people or stuff like that. You kind of, people know they're around, so you don't catch people off guard when you drive by on a scooter. So, I mean, I feel like it's a pretty safe way. I mean, you're not flying around with those things, you're not going super fast, but I mean, you're going fast enough for them to be effective. So I would say they're pretty safe.
Post it. Everybody know I'm better. Hey, yeah, I'm better. Hey, it loser. I can do anything and I won't lose her. She got right with a winner, left a loser. Talking shit, boy, make me get my Ruger. Yeah, I said my Ruger. Niggas now they shooters. Rocking them grills all the way till my tooth hurt. Oh, he cold? Well, I swear that I'm cooler. That ain't no.
How would you react if I told you that somebody scootering in DC was hit by a car and killed?
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, getting killed, yeah, that's a little shocking. I'm not surprised someone got hit by a car, just because once you start to get out into the streets and stuff, I mean, I've seen people just blow by stop signs on those things when they're on the roads. I mean, it's a little safer when you're on a closed campus like Georgetown, but when you start to get down into DC and into more heavy traffic areas, I'm not surprised necessarily that that's going to happen, you know, just because of how many there are and how often people are using them and human error and stuff. So I'm not necessarily surprised, but it is kind of shocking that someone was, you know, hit and killed.
I've noticed that there hasn't been a lot of helmets. Actually, I've yet to see one helmet in use. What would you say about the use of helmets, and do you yourself ever use helmets?
Personally, I don't use a helmet. Obviously, it would be safer to use a helmet, but the fact I think that people don't own these scooters makes them feel like, you know, they just walk by, see one on the street, pick one up and start using it. You know, they're not necessarily, like, sometimes it's spontaneous. Sometimes I'll be walking to class and I'll see a scooter and be like, oh, man, might as well just take a scooter, you know? So I'm not carrying a helmet around with me all the time. So I personally don't use a helmet, and I don't think I'm gonna use the helmet. I mean, obviously it would be a safer alternative, but yeah, I still don't envision myself or a lot of other people using helmets, because I agree with you, I haven't seen anybody else wear helmets.
I'm noticing you're wearing a hat and not a helmet. Is that just something that you personally choose to do? Or would you say you see a lot of helmets on campus riding around with these birds?
So I actually don't see many helmets at all. I mean, some people may have them. I think it's personally just like a preference. I would say it's probably safer to have a helmet on, obviously, but yeah, no, I never wear a helmet, and I don't see many very often.
Do you think that using Lime scooters makes people lazy?
I definitely think it can at times, but there are distances that I think that you have to use for an Uber that you can compensate by using a Lime scooter. But
I use my scooter to go to work, and I have my own scooter, and it saves money, so I don't have to Uber. And it's time. It gets me there in about 15 minutes.
Would you tell me a little bit about being a part of the scooter community on campus? Like, what's that like?
I mean, so yeah, like the scooter community, it's a pretty close-knit group. You know, we have dinner. You know, we try to at least once a week all together. And you know, if you see another person on a bird and you're rocking a bird, you know, you just give them that little what's up, and we all just kind of know each other. And yeah, so it's a great community to be a part of.
So, Libby and Tim, you guys created a relationship through scootering. Do you guys want to tell me about that and maybe how this could happen amongst other students on campus?
Yes. I was walking home from Lyle one night, and it was a dark and rainy night, and this tall man rode past me on a scooter, and you could just tell I was struggling to walk back from Lyle, and so he whisked me away on his scooter and took me home.
Would you say that there is a sense of community on campus within the people that do scooter?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, just because, like, a lot of people do it, you know, it's a popular thing. There's it seems like there's just a lot of people around campus who use them, so there's definitely a sense of community seeing other people around riding on their scooters, you know, wherever they need to go.